start streaming to YouTube now, so we will be going to.
Hold on. Well, I don't have. I think you better take a look at this.
Okay.
In battery queue mode. That's what it looks like.
It's the mouse. This
But it might go up into like
up there.
you have to slide it. I'm gonna take this off of that. So
I've never seen this. That's an email. That's not the.
should I bring over my other
Yeah.
computer?
No, I just want to shut this one down. So we want to get here. Where you gonna put it?
I'm gonna shut that one down.
This one in the middle?
I'm gonna turn this down.
Okay. Trying to move the paper out the way. Sit around.
You got it up?
I didn't do nothing, just typed in Zoom. I didn't know if you wanted to try to copy the link or what.
What we got? 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Let's see. Let's go to the test. Okay, so we're still good here. Oh, let me have that one. Thank you. Where was the Zoom in here? What is going on here?
You didn't even have to share your screen.
There we go. All right, now
Say join.
I don't want that background to be blurred though. Is that it?
Just flip it back, flip the screen back a little bit. Okay. Now go to camera over there. Camera, click it. You should be able to, no, turn it back on. Why did it shrink?
I don't know.
Hit the man's head next to the camera. Let's take it full screen. All right, take the blur off, say none. No, hit none. There you
Okay.
go.
There we go.
Now you can just X out of that top right corner.
Out of this one?
Yeah,
This one?
yeah.
Okay.
Get to where, here, go to the, open the box screen. Yep, like that. No, still, that's the one we need.
This one?
Yeah. Take it back up. No, no, no. The one with the picture on it. Click that. What's this Zoom shit on there? AI stuff.
I have no idea. Can you get that off? Summarize list my action. Show me the meeting highlights. The host has joined. Yeah. I never seen that before. That's kind of different.
What's that?
This bottom screen. I was just on Zoom yesterday. Touch up my appearance. Touch up my. No, do that. Avatar. No use that.
Yeah, we can have a piece.
So it's coming out of this computer.
Yeah.
It's not coming out.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to fix these lights too in a minute. We gotta get Chuck Byrd on.
He logged on, yeah. Maybe you don't mind.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, man. There's a lot of booby traps around.
I see.
Well, got your cameras up.
Which one?
The Mevos, whatever they call.
Yeah, I can see it on mine too. It's
Well, see me. Let me get back to Zoom. Okay, I'm about to meet Chuck. He's in the waiting room. Why am I only getting your damn cameras?
hmm? Here, let me do this. There we go.
All right, you on. So you're not playing nothing, you're just using that microphone, right? So how is this? This where you're zooming from?
So should I shut this one down?
Yeah, ain't nothing going to that, is it?
Mm-mm.
You're just using that to look at?
Yeah.
We still got 8 minutes. So Piers,
Who is that? Uh-oh. What happened? It just went off.
you still on my computer.
I can't
Your
see.
cameras is showing. What's Piers?
I
Piers.
don't know.
Pears. Piers.
Something happened. Oh, here we go.
So you got two computers signed in to Zoom, right?
Mm.
So that computer on the bottom might be Piers. Come hold it.
Yeah. Shut this one down.
And then we're gonna have to plug that roadcaster into here. You got any USB-Cs on there?
No.
Yeah. Where you gonna get the mics in here. You got a USB to C, USB-C to USB-B port. What, is it showing up on there? Is it showing up on there? Yeah, now the camera's still showing on my computer.
The camera's still showing here. Testing. Test. So I'm hearing my speakers through here. And it's also coming through there.
Yeah. Let me look on YouTube and see if it's in there.
Here, knock that picture down.
Throw it. Sit it peacefully.
Peacefully. Roadcaster.
So why is this? What's this pairs?
Yeah, that's true.
Your camera ain't lined up with you. Are you using the webcam on there?
Yeah.
Can you straighten your computer out?
I'm trying to shut this one down.
Oh, shut that one down. I thought we was gonna use that.
Still want to use this one?
Because you gotta talk in the mic and everything.
Then I have to shut that one down.
Let's shut that one down.
Then where's Zoom on here?
Because let's move this. Let me see if it moves. Okay, so your camera was coming off of here. So the one that says pair is gonna be that computer.
Okay.
This computer is the one, but it looks like you can see the base of that. So we have to find Zoom on there. You click, turn your camera on.
Post, oh man, we're hello?
That was me testing my sound. Now, how the heck do we find it? Goddamn. There are.
Let me get out of this stuff here for a minute. Get out of this. Let me get out of this one. Let me get out of this. Okay. We're gonna go back to Zoom on this camera. Open. And it return to meeting. This is all I'm seeing on here.
Where is I need on camera and stuff. Meeting, hit meeting. Hit that. Well, that's like the calendar. Did it show the link when you hit it? Go back. Hit the highlighted one. Pick that blue one down there.
This one?
No, all the way down.
This one?
All the way down. Can't click. Yeah, click that. Click it and hold it. And once the screen pop up, we'll click the one on the left, on the right. But that one, open up. Huh? Join the Zoom workforce tab. See what it's down there. Open. Look right there.
For some reason it's not open. I got a bunch of these up.
So that's what he's working on for this.
That's that computer.
This one. What's this triangle down there? What is it saying?
Code warning.
Code warning?
Code.
Shape option, set, what is it? Start tab? Never seen that.
All right, we're gonna have to go off that computer. We're gonna have to shut this one down. And then we just have to freestyle it from here.
What's this account? What is that saying when you pop up? Watch. Open Zoom meeting.
Do not open the Zoom workplace app. Please download and install.
You know what? Get out of Zoom. Then click the link again, see if we can get in there. That's the link right there.
Same thing. We're gonna have to freestyle from that.
You see them. You want to try to do it from my computer?
Yeah.
I got USB-C.
I'm gonna get out of this. Shut this down. And now what's happening now?
We need the output. Where is this? That's this?
No, that's just for that. The output for this, you're gonna have to, I think.
Where's that going to? Which computer is that going to? One of those.
I think it's this one. No, this is the battery. I think it's this one.
This is USB-C right here. That's it.
Yeah, plug that in there. No, that's not it.
That's not it.
No, Roadcaster. It's going back to here.
Same port.
Yeah.
This gotta be it right here. What's this one? What's your roadcast?
No, that's
Oh,
that.
So
This is the Roadcaster here.
was that long we put plugged in? Well, we gotta go back into the USB.
Oh, to here?
Yeah.
Is that Roadcaster? Yeah, that's it. Okay, allow.
Allow, yeah.
How does that work?
What's that?
Oh, here. Okay. Testing one. Okay.
Turn the volume up.
Yeah, I'm good. I can hear good.
Okay, good.
Testing
You're gonna
one.
run.
I don't have that song, so.
Oh. You wanna email it to me? Can you email it to me?
Mhm.
You're gonna run.
I don't have that song, so.
Oh. See this, so what's up? So we broadcasting two. Let me turn my damn video back on. This, so what's up? So we broadcasting two. Let me take the background off, turn my damn Video.
Just put it up there.
You could, but. Big head, man. We working on it, Joe. We working on it. We working on it, Joe. We working on it. There we go. We working on it, Joe. We working on it.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Joe, we working on it. Taking a long time. Oh, there we go. We are broadcasting to YouTube. We working on it, Joe. We working on it.
The weight says 5 pounds. Being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Taking a long time. Oh, there we go. You ready? We are broadcasting. He hasn't jumped in yet.
We're gonna have to get him. We have to go get him.
Call him.
The weight says 5 pounds. Build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Yes, sir.
Hey, have you logged in yet?
You ready?
Not yet.
He hasn't.
Yeah,
jumped
go ahead
in
and
yet.
log in. We're gonna have to get him. So we can bring you online.
All right.
The weight says 5 pounds.
We're having some little technicals, but we're gonna get there.
We got it now. We got it, baby. Lights look good. Oh shit. Got my college boy look on.
You good?
Good. Looks good.
I sent you a text with that song.
Oh, did you? Oh, my phone. I gotta email it to myself.
It's saying it doesn't want to log on?
Yeah, hold on just a second.
It'll come up.
I got it back. This is all about.
Did you click on the Zoom link?
That's it, right?
Won't even let me open up my email.
Broadcast the song.
You want me to play it now?
Well, let's wait till he gets on.
Okay. We're gonna put this like this. Ain't gonna be no chatting, so
There's no chats.
no, because everybody gonna be on YouTube.
Hold on, Vince, let me grab another. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this. It's not allowing me to log into Zoom. Let me grab my other computer.
We working. We working. Don't go nowhere. Check 1, 2. Can you hear when you talking there? Oh yeah. Sure. Yeah, here we go. Where are these plugged into? Into there?
Yeah, it's on
Of course
Roadcast.
we're gonna hear it then.
Mhm.
Of course we're gonna hear it then. I'm plugging them here. Let me see if it's on coming into the computer. That's it. It's all new computer to me. on this side now.
Someone said on the podcast. I'm on the podcast.
She should be able to see us. Check, check. Check 1, 2. Check. Okay, I see him now. He's admitted.
Recording in progress.
You have to turn the volume down. There's Chuck. We're going to switch view to multi-speaker. So we can't hear him yet. He's telling me he's muted.
You're muted, Chuck. Chuck, you're muted right now.
I asked him to unmute.
Unmute.
So I was saying I was getting off the phone because it was echoing.
The main thing you're going to do is we're still going to talk here through here. And we're still.
Chuck, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're gonna go. Let's play that song as a countdown, and then we'll go on after the song. All right.
I'm good. This is a song that you put together?
Yeah.
Oh, share screen.
Can you hear Chuck?
Yes, sir. Am I coming through cool?
Gather round, it's time to unite.
I don't see myself.
Our family, our future so bright. Yeah. 33 years of love and grace. Camping together is our happy place. From tears to laughter, we share it all. With every ball, we'll never fall.
Let's go camping. Let's make memories in a rainbow. Feels like family. Central region strong. Hear our call. Join us for fun. It's a festival for all.
That you gave me.
Workshops and laughter, vendors so fine. Food that's delicious, feel a good vibe. Games on the grass, let our spirits soar. This unforgivable week, who could ask for more? They know. Together we stand in the sun and rain. A tapestry of love, joy flowing in our veins. Family and friends, hand in hand we go. Community strong, let our colors glow, yeah.
Let's go camping. Let's make memories
In the
rainbow. Feels like family.
Feels like family.
Central region strong. Hear our call. Join us for fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's a festival for all.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Let's go camping.
Oh,
Let's go camping.
oh,
Let's go camping. Let's go camping. Let's go camping.
oh,
Let's go camping.
yeah. Central Rally, June 7 to 14. Mark your calendars, let's make it keen. Join the laughter, share your heart. It's not a life, it's a work of art. So let's go camping. Not for proud. 33 years strong. Shout it loud. In the rainbow, under the sky so wide. With a family like this, we're forever alive.
Leave the mic. Stop. And then hit stop share. Click that.
Here we go. Here we go. I am so sorry, guys, to keep you waiting. As you know, Cleveland, Ohio is getting about anywhere between 30 to 36 inches of snow. When we got down to our studio, broadcasting studio, it was no heat, no electric. So we had to pivot come back to my studio, and now we're going live from our studio. So we had some technical difficulties. So I first want to welcome you to the Lake Erie Travelers Podcast, where we talk RV lifestyles, camping, community, and coming together. Tonight, we're going to break it all down. This is a special episode, kicks off a 4-part series highlighting NAARVA Central Region Rally. Rally dates is from June 7th to the 14th, 2026. The purpose of this series and goals is simple. It's to help members feel informed, welcome, and connected and be excited about the rally coming up. I'm your host, Vincent G., President of Lake Erie Travelers. I am so excited tonight to be joined by my good friend, Chuck Byrd. And I call him my good friend because we have spent some time together to get to know each other. And we had a vision way back to come online on a podcast and talk about NAARVA, Central Region. So now it has come true. Chuck Byrd is the Assistant Director of the Central Region. Tonight's conversation will cover what Central Region Rally really matters, why the Central Rally really matters, what members can expect in June, and how club presidents, chapters, and members can get involved, as well as for first-timers. So without any further ado, let's welcome in Chuck Byrd.
Good evening, Vince. Good evening.
How you doing, Chuck?
Man, I'm doing fantastic, man. Trying to stay warm here in Kansas City. We got not as much snow as you guys got, but I think we got about 7 or 8 inches. And last time I checked, it was about 12 degrees. And so that's not including the wind chill. But once it gets that cold, the wind chill really doesn't matter. So it's cold.
I know, that's right. Man, we are getting clobbered as we speak. I told everyone online that we had to pivot, so there was a delay. And as you reconnect, as you say in your business, Chuck, the show must go on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we have to, pivot and then still be able to broadcast. And,
Exactly.
My producer is still here with me. So he was getting us set up here. And I'm so thankful for this, brother. But before we even get into questions with you, Chuck, a lot of people have been asking me, why this podcast? What does it really mean? When we created this podcast last year, we did some interesting things. We had conversations last year with RV Magazine Today with Damian Ross, and he shared some very interesting insights into the camping world. We even had our very own president of NAARVA on the podcast, Rodney Thompson, and he shared with us his coming up in the camping world, where his dad and his mom took him out camping. And as you can see today, when generations happen, that's something special. And he's talked about the vision of NAARVA, and I see those things coming true to this day. I see a lot of work him and his team is doing, especially when it comes to, infrastructure and getting new sponsors, things like that. So Rod really shared a very interesting vision for NAARVA. And then we had, last year, we had the Venture Bandits on, Talmadge and Ashanti. Man, I was so impressed with those two. They've been the trailblazers of the sort of the influencers, and we had them on the show, and man, we had a dynamic conversation. So it's a really nice thing to have them, or had them, on the show. And then one more thing, at the end of the year, we went up to Spartan RV Chassis, where I took it, where we created a 10-point how to get your motorhome ready for storage and for the winter. And then we took Spartan Motors to get us ready to put our diesel pushers in storage. So this whole thing about camping and RV lifestyle and coming together and technical things, this is why the podcast really started, Chuck. And it's something that we did and we implemented. So this is an opportunity now to continue to share content on a podcast and keep people informed. And that's why we did this podcast now with Chuck. Right. And I'm just so excited that, Chuck, you're on the line, right?
Yes, sir.
So, Chuck, we appreciate you, man, taking the time out to spend some time with us. And before we even start asking you more questions or any questions, tell us a little bit about yourself at NAARVA in the Central Region.
Well, first of all, Vince, let me say welcome and good evening to all of the listeners that's on the podcast. And Vince, thank you for seeing this vision through. Like Vince said, we talked about this. It's been probably about 2 years now. We had a conversation at a rally, and he kind of shared with me what his vision was. And I think we had a lot of the same thoughts. He was more technical about it than I was, but here we are now, and it's actually coming to pass. So Vince, kudos to you for seeing this through. With that being said, I am a member of the MoKan Roadrunners in Kansas City, Missouri. Proud member of the MoKan Roadrunners. Been a member probably about 14 years now. And I am proud to say I'm a MoKan Roadrunner. And so I even got my shirt on tonight.
I see that. Yeah, I see it. It's there.
I'm representing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I really enjoy being part of NAARVA as a whole, but I really enjoy being a part of Central Region. Not saying that the other regions, are not important. I typically take care of home first. That's the way I was raised. And so when I started looking at, resources, I always want to make sure that I take care of home first. And it's been very rewarding to me and my family. And it's to the point now where I have some younger grandkids, and I took my 1-year-old granddaughter to her first rally. And,
wow.
it happened this year. And so when you start talking about the generational gap, and so, but you can do that with NAARVA. You can bring your grandkids, and that's another thing that kind of drove me, but we'll get into that in the conversation.
That's good stuff, man. That is really good because it is about generations. When we spoke to Rod, he talked about as a kid coming up, and now he's, the president of NAARVA. So it makes an impact when we have kids come to the rallies and they see things, even in our clubs, when we have like grandparents weekend, or we have where we spin a whole camp out just for the grandkids. So yeah, Lake Erie Travis has done that now for a few years, but it's really important to get these kids ready for the next generation. That is
exactly. Yes.
That is so true. Yeah. Chuck, let me ask you a couple questions as we unfold this whole podcast. And you guys out there in the as listeners, this is our first time. We're going to get better at it. We just had some hiccups because of the weather. I was telling Chuck earlier, thank you for your patience. And we had to pivot. We had to pivot from our studio downtown Cleveland because of the snowstorm. We had no heat or power. So we had to come back to my place, and then we broadcasting from my place. And my producer is still here with me, helping, making sure this podcast goes off. With that, Chuck, can you share with our listeners how many states make up the NAARVA Central Region and how the region is structured?
Sure, Vince. Central Region consists of basically 16 states. But within inside of the 16 states, you have 12 chapters. And so just because you have that many states doesn't mean we have a chapter in each one of those states. So it's made up of 16 states, 12 chapters. And so each chapter, is a club. And so that's how the organization is made up. And so all regions, not just the central region, you have east and west as well as south. All of them are structured pretty much the same way. And just because there's that number of states in that region doesn't mean we have clubs in each state.
Yeah. What I just learned, let's take Ben Crockett, the Minnesota Vultures, the president there in Minnesota. What I didn't know, and you're absolutely right, Chuck, they cover 3 additional states that we're not in, but you take North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, they're covering those states too, So that's kind of cool.
Well, the same with Mocan Roadrunners. I mean, we cross state lines that touches the state of Missouri, like Illinois, and then you have Kansas. And so for us as an organization to say, because you live in the state of Kansas or you live in the state of Illinois, and St. Louis and Illinois are right there together. And so we tend to have people that kind of bleed over into our area or our state. And so we welcome them as well. And so a lot of times they're a situation where they don't have the numbers, but they want to be involved. And so for us to say, well, hey, create your own chapter, that's not in the best interest of this organization. So we embrace those that are across state line. And typically what we do, we get calls from individuals that call national and say, hey, I live in such and such and such and such. I want to get involved. And so what national typically does is find a club that's close by and put them in contact with us.
Got you. If we wanted to put some numbers to all of this to kind of bring it home and move on, what I was able to do too, Chuck, was look at percents. The central region, out of 16 of the 45 states, Central has about 35.6% of all NAARVA states. So, the central region as a whole is a pretty broad region. There's a lot going on within that region, more than what we see in other regions, right? As far as the chapter club represents, out of 12 of the 37 total chapters, Central has about 32% of NAARVA chapters. All right. So, we cover a lot of ground within the central region.
We do. And I will say this, in my tenure of working, not just as an attendee, but serving on the board for the last 2 years, I think, I will say that central region, and I haven't been to the southern region or the other ones, but I would say central region is probably the most progressive region in NAARVA, I would venture to say. And you're not bragging if you can bag it up, right? That's what they say.
That's what they say. That's yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're not bragging if we can bag it up. And so, not saying that the other regions are not doing exciting things with their members, but we're excited about what's going to take place this year. And I know we're going to get into some dialogue on that, but I'm very proud to be part of Central Region. And so, like I said, I believe the Central Region is probably the most progressive region in NAARVA.
I certainly would agree with you, Chuck. As we move on, tell us a little bit more about, well, before we even get there, excuse me, guys, I have too many papers here. So Chuck, tell me, why does the Central Rally really matters?
Well, that's a broad question, but it matters because number one, what this organization stands for and the history that it has, and so when you go back and you look at the history of the organization and what it stands for, it's always been to build camaraderie amongst ourselves. And let's just face it, we as a people, you know, this is an industry that, for the lack of better words, that we're not supposed to be in here. You know, well, I'm gonna put it down there where the goats can get it. So we kind of, you know, you got this status, and we get those looks when we show up sometimes. But
Yeah.
you know, it's a status that we have achieved because of the sweat of our brow. And so, why wouldn't we, as an organization, take great pride in what we do and what we stand for? You know, and so that piece right there was really what attracted me to the organization and getting introduced to it and what it stood for. The camaraderie when we come together as a organization, and the relationships that are built, and the generational opportunities that we have for this to be passed on. You know, yes, it is expensive to do what we do, but we do it because we love it. And we create new friends and new relationships that last a lifetime. You know,
Yeah.
like when I met you. You know, I met you 3 or 4 years ago. And
Yeah, we met in Hutchinson, Kansas, actually.
yeah, we met in Hutchinson, Kansas, and we just immediately kind of hit it off.
Yeah.
And it's nothing like spreading the good news. You know, when you find something that's good, you don't mind sharing it with other people. And so I think joining MoCan Roadrunners and then being a part of NAARVA, it has inspired me to, like the church says, you bring your gifts and your talents to the storefront. They're my people.
Right.
Then my people will be edified. And so that's what it's all about for me, is making sure that we're putting our best foot forward, even with the climate that we went through with COVID. You know, it had an impact on us, but we were able to flip it around, because what happened, we seen more younger people getting involved in RVing, you know, and so I was excited about that piece. So what we stand for and what this organization stands for, it's only going to get better because of things like this right here, this podcast, and getting information to people and hearing what they have to say too.
Yeah. You know, you said some key points there. It's also too about fellowship. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, when we come together, we fellowship. Our chapters kind of intertwine. You spoke about that. And it's like when we come together as a whole, it's like seeing old friends again. And, you know, I start to notice how people kind of gravitate to one another. And man, it's good to see that we can fellowship and talk. And you said, meet people that we've never met before. And then all of a sudden there's relationships, right?
Exactly.
So that to me it's almost like a family within itself.
It is. And what I had to do, Vince, as I got more and more involved, you know, I went and I did some history. Only history I had that was available to me was the history of MoCan Roadrunners. And rest her soul, Carolyn Buford, who was a pioneer with the MoCan Roadrunners. I think she was one of the founders. And so what I did, I went and did some research and found out what they were doing back then before I was a member.
Okay.
And brought some of those same ideals about camaraderie and how to interact. And so I just went and did some research and found out, you know, a lot of things that took place that built camaraderie with, you know, interacting with other clubs. And I know there was some things that was going on with I can't think of the other club in Ohio or Illinois, but they looked forward to coming together every year, and they made sure that they parked together because it was going to be a big party. And so I saw all this.
Absolutely.
I saw all this in the notes that I was looking at, and so I got them from one of the other pioneers in the club. And so I started looking at that and said, "Man, if we can move back to that era where we we have value and looking forward to coming together, be it once a year, and it doesn't have to be a rally for us to come together.
This is true. That is true. That is so true. That's solid stuff that others in the whole central region need to know. It's bigger than a lot of what we're doing here. Question for you, Chuck, another one. Let's kind of dive or switch gears. I wanted our viewers to see and hear what the central region was all about. Okay. But we're also here to talk about the rally. Right.
Right.
So what can members expect when they attend this year's rally in Marengo, Ohio? And before you answer that question, I know what you're going to say, I think, but I want our listeners to know this one thing. The central region has never been to Ohio. This is the first time, and it's right in our backyard. So there's really no excuse, right? So for those who are close, bordering Ohio, I mean, I think we can have a great turnout, but those from far and near, I mean, as well. It seems like everyone shows up at a central rally. But Chuck, what can people expect from the central region?
Well, Vince, I can tell you this. I didn't know that central region had never been to Ohio. When I'm not going to say when the committee started this journey of selecting the location, I mean, there were some hurdles that we had to overcome because some changes, not just for us, but across the board because of, things happen.
Yeah.
I'll just say tariffs. Let's just leave it right there.
Tariffs.
Just say tariff. We're going to leave it right there.
Leave it right there.
Yeah, we can be on this phone all night about that. But be it as it may, when we selected Marengo to go and have our rally, and doing some research and finding out that this is where it all started was in the state of Ohio. This is back in 92, 93, when the organization was formed. And so how fitting would it be for us to be going back where it all started? And then also the slogan for the state of Ohio, in the heart of it all.
Man, that's powerful.
So, we talked, the committee, your committee, you got an awesome committee too that I work with for Central Region. Awesome people. And so we played with this thing and tossed it back and forth and 2 or 3 times, and we came up with, and tied it in back where it all began. This is where it all started. And so with that being said, we start building the rally off of that. And so I can tell you this, I don't think we left any I not dotted and no T's not crossed. And so I'll say this, ain't no party like a Central Region party, because the Central Region party don't stop. And so we got it covered. Stuff that you're going to, the typical things that you're used to when you come to a Central Region rally. Yeah. We have our games and the different things that we do. We didn't forget the kids. And that's one of the other things that I am grateful that we can also include our young people in advance. And so when we can let grandparents and parents know that, yes, it's a rally, and yes, we have included the young people. And I think, Vince, this is where you and I really connected. We had to call an audible in Sparta, where we had some people that were coming in and doing a youth camp. And the lady who was over it, she came down with shingles. And so instead of saying it's not going to happen, you and your wife stepped up and said, hey, let's look at some resources. And that's where we did our first kids fishing derby. So I'm excited to say that we're having another fishing derby in Marengo. Wow. And so, and if you look back in Hutchinson, Kansas, where we were able to start bringing in entertainment, we didn't bring entertainment just for the adults. We brought in entertainment for the young people as well.
Yeah,
And so,
that young rapper was awesome.
yeah, and so it's just things like that. And so, yes, we are going to have entertainment in Marengo. And since we are going back to where it all started, we're going to take a musical journey. Everybody wants to know who's it going to be. Well, be there Friday night on the 12th at 7 o'clock and you'll find out.
Oh, spoiler alert. Come
Yeah,
on now.
yeah,
You gotta let us know a little bit more than that, Chuck.
yeah.
Come on, man.
Well, I'll share with you. We're going to have a musical journey on Friday night, the 12th, in Marengo. And so, who's going to be there?
Yeah.
Show up at 7 o'clock and find out. And so,
Man,
but not only that, the men's luncheon and the ladies' luncheon. I know the ladies have had some issues, but we're trying to work through that piece there to make sure that everybody has a good time.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, the board has worked to make sure that, number one, we keep the pricing structure where it is affordable for everybody to come. That's important. And then also to make sure that we are doing the best we can to make sure when you do get there, we do have some things that we got to work through because there is another event going on prior to us coming. But trust me, this committee, this board has done their due diligence to make sure that when the members come to this rally, that we're going to do everything we possibly can to make sure that your experience is one that you can put in your memory book and said, you know what, I've never been to Marengo, but I enjoyed what Central Region did. And so I'm excited about it. I have the utmost confidence in that if you come to this rally, this is going to be one that you would say, you know what, they're moving the needle in the right direction. So, but that being said, Vince, there's a lot more I can tell you, but I know the men's event. I think on the call, we was on a national call the other day, and somebody said, "Well, it's just hot dogs and hamburgers." Vince, right. I can't tell you the last time the men's event had hot dogs and hamburgers. So,
yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah, and so, but there's going to be fun for everyone. I'm excited about things like the fishing derbies, and so I want to make sure that the parents and grandparents know that they can plan to bring the kids and make sure that they have a good experience, and so we can plant that seed to let them see at a young age that, hey, when I go to the rally with mom and dad or pawpaw or nana, I have a good time. And so that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Yeah. Chuck, I want to first thank you for mentioning my wife. She was very happy to step in to help. That was all her. In fact, Robin, not only did she step in, man, she got online, started ordering things, Juneteenth. I mean, she brought everything to these kids. And again, she took the parts of the committee, and she still was able to pull it off and things like that. So that was a blessing. And
well,
thank you.
Let me elaborate a little bit more on that, Vince. I don't want to skip over that. So what happened real quick, the lady who was over the camp for those 2 days had a situation, and we had to call an audible. And this is how Central Region comes together. The request was put out. In a matter of not days, but hours, we had someone that says, hey, I'll chair it. She says, I even got some gifts under the bed. I'm like, She said, I even got some gifts under the bed. And you're right. She went online and called Amazon to get some other things. And so I don't think anybody knew that there was a hiccup that we were dealing with because the event went off. And so kudos to Robin, kudos to you guys, because we stepped in, everybody stepped in and galvanized and made sure that event took place.
Yeah. It sounds like, Chuck, that the organization, when I say organization, Central Region, in the planning of the Marengo event, you guys are really coming together to make this very special. And the reason why I'm saying that, Marengo is set up in a way, it's fully hookup. It's electric, sewer. We have everything there, water, everything. We're on a level ground. It's going to be very, very, very nice. This is probably, I'd just say, one of the nicer tracks or campgrounds that we can have a rally in, right?
I would definitely agree, and it's easy to get to.
Yes.
You know, it's not very hard to find. It's right off the highway, off of major highway, 71 highway. And so I would agree 110% in regards to far as location
Mhm.
and usability.
And I really think if we want to make an impression, and I think what your team is doing, what the board of directors are doing, I think new people, new families who's going to show up, I think they're going to be very impressed what you're pulling off, Chuck. I think it's going to be an outstanding event.
Well, I wish I could take credit for it, Vince, but I can't because, like I said, I can't express enough. You know, I'm surrounded by women on this board.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
trust me, they are all very seasoned in what they do.
Yes.
It makes my job a little easier as chairperson for the event this year. And so if there are some first-time people that are coming to a Central Region rally, I would be hard-pressed to say that their experience, what they're going to experience while they're there, and they walk away disgruntled or felt like they didn't make a good investment in coming. I would be really surprised that they would say that they didn't have a good time.
Yeah, every Central Region rally I've been to has been wonderful, and the planning too. You know, I is so key here. But the member experience, you know, I think they will take it back home and talk
Right.
about this rally, or keep it until they go to the national rally and that's coming up in 27. But yeah,
I would say too, you know, these rallies are designed to build camaraderie with people that you
no
don't
doubt.
know or people that you've met and you liked the conversation or you want to get back with them and this is the only way to do it. And so I would encourage anybody that's coming to make it a point not to come to the rally and see what the rally has to give you, but versus you bringing something to the rally. You know,
That is good stuff. Yeah.
together we stand, divided we fall. And so I think if you come to the rally with the intent to say, number one, I don't have any expectations other than to have fun with my fellow RVers. Just right there. That's you opening the door for something good to happen to you at that point.
Yes.
But if you come in saying, this, that, and the other, stay at home. you know. But if you come with an open mind to say, I'm going up here to fellowship, you know, you might as well. You done bought all this gas and you done been to Walmart and spend $200 or $300. So you might as well get what you came for. And that's a good time. Central Region is going to do their job when it comes down to delivering what you have become accustomed to. I will share that with you.
I'm gonna piggyback one more time. We're gonna move on, and I have to say this. I had the opportunity one day to sit down with Norm Ellis, the founder of NAARVA, and we were in Sparta. We were somewhere. I can't quite remember, and he said something to me that was profound. He said, "Vince, the only way you're gonna have a really good time is that you have to get involved." I'm like, what? He said, you have to get involved. And he was right, because once I got involved, it was like everything kind of opened up. And every rally I've gone to, whether it's central or national, man, I have a great time no matter what it is. I mean, you put me in the parking, right? Do you know it's a pleasure to be able to talk to folks coming off of this road, traveling 4, 5, 6, 10 hours. They come in hot and heavy, and I'm there saying, welcome with a bottle of water or whatever, right?
Right.
Man, this is so good. But you're right, people have to get involved. And once they get involved, that's where the fun really happens.
Yeah, you have to come and be open-minded about it. And a lot of times, we have this stigma about who is that person? Who is that person?
Yeah.
Well, that's what you're there for, to come in and meet new people and build relationships.
Yeah.
And as we move forward, as an organization, we're starting to see younger people get involved. And so if we are saying, okay, because I don't know you, I'm not going to embrace you, and you park beside them for the next, 6 or 7 days and never say good morning and never say hi, where are you from?
There's something wrong.
There's something wrong. There's something wrong.
Yeah.
And so, but that's what it's all about. Fine examples, the young brothers that one of them is in Minnesota Club and one is in Mocan Roadrunners Club. And they came and they saw what we were doing. And so they asked the question, how can we get involved?
There you go. There you go.
And they said, well, I knew what they were good at. And I said, well, how about cooking for the men's luncheon? I said, we can do that. And they've been doing that. And so I'm just saying, these are young people.
Yeah.
That, 5, 6 years ago, they didn't have an RV. Both of them have got, trailers and they're not only that, they're bringing friends with them.
Yeah.
And so that says a lot. And that lets me know that we as an organization, we are doing the right thing.
Yeah.
We just have to keep it up and keep moving the needle in the right direction because, after us, there will be some more people.
Absolutely.
And so the question is, what have you done with what I have entrusted you with?
That's good. That's good.
And so,
yeah, it's so true. That is so true, man. That leads us into how the chapters and members best support. And we've been talking about this along the way, but how can chapters and members best support and participate in the Central Rally?
Well, I think, Vince, we've covered a lot of it, man. It's just their involvement and, bringing their ideals to the table. But it all starts with our leadership. I will say this, and in leadership, being as transparent as you possibly can and being able to answer questions before they get a chance to ask them brings their comfort level down, where they're saying, okay, especially when it comes down to the financial part, people want to know. And I will say this, we are in an era right now where things are changing from a financial standpoint, not just inside of NAARVA, but the people that we interact with, the RV sites, and I'm no prophet, but the Bible said at the end it's going to be one of everything. So if you pay attention,
preach it.
If you pay attention, there's people buying up all these RV sites.
Yeah, that's hot right now. Yeah.
So we need to be mindful of that and pay attention to what's going on in the climate, because it makes it a little bit more difficult for us to go in and negotiate good deals for the organization. And so it's no walk in the park when we come in and say, this is what we need to have in order for us to come. Number one, in order to do the job, you got to first want to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if you don't want us there, you're going to do everything you can to keep us from coming. And so
we don't want that to happen.
Sure. And so how do we deal with that? And so those are some of the challenges when you're on these boards and that you have to try to overcome, and making sure that we are doing business in a manner that is, fair and non-confrontational, but sometimes it's unavoidable, but we try to do the best we can. I know I try to do the best we can, because this situation in Marengo wasn't the best starting out, but I am very grateful that we were able to come to some common ground and negotiate a deal that is favorable to our attendees.
Yeah, that's great. Who plays a very important part of participation of people coming to the rally is the club presidents.
Exactly.
It all starts there. And if we can get club presidents to buy into different things we need as far as volunteers. And we'll talk more about that, I'm sure, in the coming meetings with the Central Region directors and yourself. And how we can actually bring in people to assist. As they're coming, they already know they're going to be volunteering in different areas. So we have to kind of lean on the president to get their members excited as well. I know I need, since I'm head of parking, I know I need help in parking. George Powell, has done a wonderful job over the years. And I started out helping him, and all of a sudden the roles kind of switched where I'm, the chair of the parking. But if there's people out there that want to, volunteer and help, I mean, we've always had wonderful people helping in parking. In fact, when we did the last national rally, Ben Crockett out of Minnesota there, man, he really stepped in. A lot of people stepped in and really want to make sure everybody is taken care of, because really the parking is the first people members see. Like I said, they come in hot and heavy, man. We got to kind of bring them down a little bit and get them parked and settled. So I'm kind of like putting my 2 cents out there for parking.
Right. Be careful what you raise your hand for, because you just might get it.
Yeah. But it's all good stuff, though. It's all good stuff, Chuck. And I think you hit it on the nail about the economies and things happening. But
well, I'm gonna give you a news flash, Vince, since you brought it up. On the 29th of this, I think it's the 28th or 29th, we Central Region, we're having a meeting with all the presidents, and to bring you guys. Yeah, we have this week. I think it's 28th.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. Yeah. And so I'll get a chance, and you guys will get a chance to talk to the board and answer questions, and then we can also kind of let you guys know what we need from the clubs, and that way we can arm the presidents with information that they can send out to their members, because at the end of the day, we still have to market this event.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not like, okay, you build it and they'll come. Give me a reason to come.
Give me a reason.
And that's what we want to do. We want to give them a reason to come. And so we're not taking the attitude that we build it and they'll come. We're having a party and we inviting you to it. And it'd be disrespectful for somebody to invite you to the party and don't show up. So I think that's one of the big pieces. We're not taking it for granted that just because we're having a rally that everybody's just going to say, oh, I'm so excited about coming. We're selling and marketing this event.
Yeah, man, we're showing up as a region. And when the region comes together, we show up and we show out. We also, what I've noticed too, Chuck, when we come to these rallies, we show pride. And what I mean by that is, you take Lake Erie Travelers or Mocan Road Runners, you guys park together and you've always parked together. That sends a true statement out there. It's a sense of pride, camaraderie, like you said, right? And we need to have every club represented in Ohio come June, right? We have to have it. I mean, but we're going to give them, like you said, you're going to give them something to come for. It's just building to it,
And I think too, once you get that captive audience there and you let that message resonate, when you do have people, all in one room, to let them know exactly, and just kind of give them a refresher course of really what this organization is really all about. And like I stated earlier, you know, together we stand, divided we fall.
Yeah.
And so what better time than to come together as one collective unit than at our rallies? You know, what goes on in other states, you know, I applaud whatever they are doing, but my heart is at Central Region. So.
Yeah. And let's just be real too, Chuck. What's happening in other clubs? You know, there's a lot of clubs out there doing things, but nobody does it like the Central Region or not.
Right. I mean, we got some work to do as I got more involved in making sure that things don't fall between the cracks, and our at-large members, we got to make sure that we keep them abreast of what's going on and not let them find out when they get there and say, well, I didn't know. And so we got to be intentional about things that are important, not just to us, but also to our members.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, we're coming close to the finish line here, and I got a couple more questions for you, Chuck. What would you say to someone who's on the fence about attending their first Central Region rally? Or not so much their first, but let's say we haven't had a chapter or a member at a rally in some time. What would you say to those folks?
Well, I would have a couple of questions for them. I would ask them specifically what's their reservation, in order to, not that I would be trying to cross-examine them, but evidently there's some reservation that they may have. And at that point, I would make it more personal, because if they had a bad experience, I would like to know what it would be or what happened, and not get into their personal business other than, you know, it's either two things. I didn't like the price, or I didn't like the people.
And let's hope it's neither of those.
We hope it's neither one of those. And so I would look at it more of, help me understand what's your reservation, and try to answer it to the best of my ability. One thing I am going to do is tell them the truth about it. But I will say that I've been to several of our rallies, and there's some hiccups that happen, like, you know, this is not available or that's not available or whatever. But I would say to them, give me an opportunity to let you see the experience of a Central Region rally. If you haven't been to one, give me an opportunity to show you what that looks like. And so one of the other things that we do inside of our club that would probably help answer this question for somebody that's on the fence, when you join our club, Mocan Roadrunners, you are assigned a mentor to walk with you the first year. Okay? We do orientation with you, let you know how we function, but we're going to hold your hand. We assign you a mentor to walk with you through the learning process of this thing we call RVing. And I think in that process, we're able to answer a lot of their questions or bring their comfort level down, because there's nothing worse than going to a rally. You got this rig and you have no idea how to hook it up.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that in nationals before.
But when your mentor, when your mentor is there with you to help you and coach you through it, that brings your comfort level down and you feel part of an organization at that point. And so it's things like that that we can do. But I would say to someone that's on the fence, give us an opportunity, give us a chance to show you what a Central Region rally really looks like and feels like, and then follow back up with them. And so that's what I would say, Vince. There's not a whole lot of fluff about it. It's like, okay, give us an opportunity and let us show you what we can do.
Yeah. You know, Chuck, that is so true. But everyone is welcome to the Central Region rally.
Well, my desire is that, Southern region, it's just a matter of time before they get wind of what we got going on over here in Central region.
Southern, Western.
Yeah, hey, it's room in the kingdom,
Yeah, I love that mentorship that your club has started. That's something that's really kind of interesting. We kind of have that too. When you come to these rallies, you don't know what's going to happen with your rig, right?
Right.
There's always somebody there that can lend a hand and get you up.
Exactly.
Let me give you an example of this. I was out at Allegan, Michigan. This is a true story. And I have to give kudos to my man, James Townsend. I had an issue with my electrical system. And this brother was able to diagnose my problem, bypass some things in my switchboard, and was able to get my air conditioner and power back up and running until we called in the cavalry, the mobile guy, to come in and switch out my switch box. But those are the kind of things that is real important. And brothers helping brothers and sisters helping sisters. And then this whole thing about this camaraderie, we keep talking about it, right? How we all come together as one.
Right.
One big happy family.
And then if you go back and look at our mission statement, sometimes you just have to go back and get yourself a refresher course if you're struggling with the intent or the purpose of the organization. Mm-hmm. Sometimes just going back and look at, what's our objective here? What are we doing? And just kind of realign yourself to make sure you're doing your part as a member of the organization, because all of us have a role to play. But if we are playing our positions, the team is going to move down the field and we're going to score.
I totally agree with you 100% on that. And Chuck, man, this has been, although we got off to a rough start earlier today, but again, it was weather issues. And we had to adapt quickly to change, and we still pulled this off. And man, I really appreciate you.
Vince, I really appreciate you seeing this vision through. I think it's going to be very helpful for Central Region to keep the people informed. And then not only that, I'm not one to always like to talk. I like to hear the people. I like to hear what they have to say, because there's nothing worse than going to a meeting and hear somebody else talk. People want you to hear what they have to say, and it has a value, and you just have to sometimes just listen to what they have to say, and you take it into consideration, and then come back and give them an answer. It may not be what they want to hear, but at least you heard them.
Yeah. Chuck, I'm going to say this. This is one of 4-part series podcast dedicated right for the Central Region, right? So we're going to have 3 other podcasts coming out. But I am going to leave everybody with this. Right now, the Central Region has somewhere around 201 members. 205, 201 members. We only have right now, if I'm not mistaken, Chuck, and correct me, we have 135 sites. Is that correct?
Somewhere thereabout.
Now, that tells me we can accommodate 67% of our membership, right? So early registration is going to guarantee that 67% going to get a spot, right?
Right.
And as we build this thing, Chuck, I think you're going to have to take them sites up a little bit. But
we don't have a problem making that call to Cardinal Center. We would love to make that call. And so we'll make room.
Okay, y'all heard that. You guys heard that, because I don't want no one to be left out. We don't, We have 201 members, 135 sites. Let's make that go up. Let's blow the top of this. Chuck, as we close tonight, man, is there anything else? You shared a lot of dynamic information already. I mean, I hope our listeners were taking notes, man, because you shared plenty. This is what this is about, right? Tonight.
Well, with Vince, I will say this. Number one, thank you again for what you're doing and giving us this platform, because I think it's very much needed. There again, when I say Central Region is probably the most progressive region in NAARVA. I'm not sure what other regions are doing, but this is a great platform for us to inform our members of what's going on, and then giving them a chance to give us some feedback. But what I will say, the committee is working very hard. I will encourage everybody, and we're going to really push this on our president's call on Wednesday, to get the word out to their members. It's not business as usual in Central Region. And so we're moving the needle in the right direction, but it's going to take all of us to do it. There's no one person that can make this happen. It takes a collaborated effort, and bringing your resources and your ideas to the table. I'm not going to promise you that we're going to use all of them, but we will definitely listen. And so, Vince, I will say once again, thank you. And thank you to all of the individuals that took time out of your schedule to join us on this podcast. And I look for this to really move the needle in the right direction for Central Region.
And again, Chuck, I want to thank you for joining the conversation tonight. And remember, the purpose of this series, guys, is to help our members feel informed, welcome, and excited about attending this year's rally. And Chuck, man, you knocked it out of the park, my brother.
Well, Vince, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the listeners heard the intro music.
I'm gonna play it as the outro.
Vince has created a song specifically for Central Region. I didn't know that you was a songwriter.
Oh,
it
man.
is specifically for Central Region, and I think we're gonna get a chance to play this at the rally.
Yeah, man, I really appreciate you, Chuck. Thank you, sir. I really
appreciate you, bro.
That, man. All right, man.
God bless. Stay safe.
Yes, be safe out there. All right.
All right.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, hit share.
Go ahead. Hold on.
Yeah, say share.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh,
We're out.
yeah. Gather round, it's time to unite. I have a family, our future's so bright. Yeah. 33 years of love and grace. Camping together is our happy place. From tents to laughter, we share it all. With every bond, we'll never fall.
Let's go camping. Let's make memories. In a rainbow, feels like family. Yeah. Central Region strong. Hear our call. Join us for fun. It's a festival for all.
Yeah. Workshops and laughter, vendors so fine. Food that's delicious, feel a good vibe. Games on the grass, let our spirit soar. This unforgivable week, who could ask for more? They know. Together we stand in the sun and rain. A tapestry of love, joy flowing in our veins. Family and friends, hand in hand we go. Community strong, let our colors glow, yeah.
Let's go camping. Yeah. Let's make memories.
In the
rainbow. Feels like family.
Feels like family.
Central Region strong. Hear our call. Join us for fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's a festival for all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's go camping.
Oh.
Let's go camping.
Oh.
Let's go camping. Let's go camping. Let's go camping.
Oh.
Let's go camping.
Central Rally, June 7 to 14. Mark your calendars, let's make it keen. Join the laughter, share your heart. It's not a life, it's a work of art. So let's go camping, NAARVA proud. 33 years strong, shout it loud. Rango, under the sky so wide. With a family like this, we're forever
All right, man.
All right, Vince. Appreciate
Appreciate
you,
you,
bro.
my brother.
All right, appreciate you, man. Stay safe, man.
Yeah, you too.
All right, DJ.
Wait a minute. Wait. Go.
I'm here.
You hit 10.
Are we still live?
Yep, we still live until you hit that.
Oh, okay. For those who are still listening and haven't gotten off, Chuck, we have the next, mark your calendars. The next podcast is going to be February 23rd. Same time, same channel. February 23rd. We'll have a special guest. We're going to have Sylvia Allen, director of the Central Region, on to give us her vision for the rally. So stay tuned, guys. Good night.